Last new stuff about volume, we got to talk about volumes of pyramids and cones. Most of you guys had a breeze with volumes of prisms and cylinders. I think most of you guys are going to see that pyramids and cones are not much difficult either. So the volume for a pyramid with area big B and height h is just 1/3 big B h. So it's basically, if I've got a prism with the same size, if I've got a prism with the area big B and height of h, then the volume of the pyramid is just 1/3 of that prism. Same exact thing with the cone down here. If I have a cylinder with the same circle base and this same height, then the volume of the cone is 1/3 of that volume. Volume is 1/3 area of the base times the height. Of course, if it's a cone, the base is a circle, so I could always do 1/3 pi r squared times h. And some problems, again, pretty straightforward. This first one just asks you for the area of the base. 5 times 3 is 15 inches squared, and then I use my formula. I do 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. If you do that, you'll get 35 inches cubed. Again, my usual deal, try working these on your own before you just blindly copy down my answers. See what you get on your own. If you can get them, then obviously you'll understand it a lot better than just copying down my answers. This one, I needed to do Pythagorean theorem first to get the height. That's 12. If it's 18 all the way across, this little piece has to be 9. That's 15. 15 squared minus 9 squared, square root of that, that makes that 12. So then to get my base area, it's a square, so that bottom is a square. 18 squared is 324. And then 1/3 times the area of the base, which is 324, times the height, which is 12, will give you 1296 units cubed. This one, again, I had to do Pythagorean theorem because to get the area of the base, it's got to do base times height. But again, they got to be perpendicular to each other, so it's got to be this is my base and my height. If that's 8 and that's 10, that makes that piece 6. So 6 times 8 is 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24. So the area of the triangle is 24. So volume of the pyramid, 1/3 area of the base times the height. Height is 14. You'll get 112 units cubed. So how does it work for a cone? Again, very similar. So I got to get the area of the base. The radius is 4. Area of the base is pi r squared. So it's just pi 4 squared, or just 16 pi. Then to get the volume, I got to do 1/3 times the area of the base, which is 16 pi, times the height. So at this point, I can go straight to my calculator. 1/3 times 16 times 12 will give you 64. And I left my answer in terms of pi. 64 pi feet cubed. And same thing over here. Of course, I had to do Pythagorean theorem first. If it's 14 all the way across, then my radius is 7. Now that's 25. 25 squared minus 7 squared. Find the square root of that, you'll get that as 24. So my base area is pi r squared, which would give you 49 pi, because my radius is 7. So my volume is 1/3 pi r squared times the height. Again, 1/3 times 49 times 24, give you 392 pi units cubed. Pretty straightforward.